Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Ryan, sorry, I was unable to unmute because I am using 3-4.
Mataji, do you know what the moral story was today? Mataji, do you know what was the moral story today?
Yeah, the bear whispers in the man's ear. That was the moral story.
Oh my
Ryan, we will
God.
be uploading it to the YouTube. You can check on YouTube. Actually, yesterday's class also I did not upload.
Yeah, my mom won't allow me to. Oh, I don't know why. She won't allow me to.
Oh, she won't allow you to watch. That's okay. No need to watch. Now, anyway, in this class also we have moral story. You can wait.
What? No way. For real? Is this gonna be just like? Is it gonna be same like Lakshmi Mataji?
Yes, it will be same like that only. Ryan.
Ryan, you have a class, okay?
I know.
Then how can you watch YouTube video now?
Well, you almost fooled me. You said that I thought that there will be no more moral story here in the other class, you know.
It will be.
How am I supposed to know since you weren't talking to me?
Okay. Param, start singing Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Good job, Bala.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you, Balavinda. All goes to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Mataji, over to you.
Okay, Mataji, thank you. Om Adhyanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakai Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahi Radhati
Hare
Srotakantam.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Mataji. You're the one that did the class on Balaram's birthday.
Namo Mahavadanyaya Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namani Gaurakrishna Namaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, are we waiting for some more kids or what's the status?
Mataji, there's only 5 kids now. Oh, I mean, only 3
Mataji, they will
kids.
join Mataji.
They'll join Mataji slowly.
Huh? Oh, they will join.
Balavinda, I think, let me count. One. There's
Mataji,
a,
it's already-
Balavinda, before there were 4, now there's 5 now. I can
Well,
tell
there's
you.
8. Look, so many people are joining.
Look, Balavinda, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I see it's 6.
Oh, Mataji, we have the same go-getters monster.
You also have that?
Yeah, Mataji has get it.
I really love coconut water.
Mataji, our moral story was a bear who whispers into a man deer.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Very nice, Balavrinda. Who drinks coconut water at your place? All right.
My mom, I don't really like it, but I don't have any option. My mom doesn't buy me any juice from the store, so I have to drink it.
You know, there are these popsicles. The popsicles are organic juice, just the juice. It's not even the concentrate. It's very nice for the summers. In Costco, it's available.
Oh, Mataji, I'll ask my mom, but summer is opening, right? So.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So anyways, let's get started with this particular verse. Who wants to recite this verse? Please raise your hands. I will call out the names. Anybody wants to read the verse? Samskriti, go ahead here.
Tadvag visargo janatag viplavo yasmin pratishlokamabadyavatapi namani anantasya yaso nitanyat shrinvanti gayanti grananti sadhava.
Very nicely you are reciting Samskriti. Balavrinda?
Okay, Mataji. Okay. Mataji, could you help me if I get mistakes?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, Mataji. Tadvag visargo janata paviplavo yasmin pratishlokabhavadyapi daya
Namanyanantasya yasho. Namanyanantasya.
Namanyanantasya yaso tikitani
Kani yashunkitani.
Irvatigaya zigridati sadava.
Very nice. Very nice. Dhruvi?
Tadva visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratishlokam abhadya vatya api namanya anannastaya yaso nikitin nitin taniyat sarvanta gayanti grinanti sadhava.
Very nice, Dhruvi. How old are you, Dhruvi?
I am 7.
Oh, 7? Only 7 years? Oh, very nice. Okay, dear, please. Oh, Aradhya, you want to try?
Yeah.
Okay, dear, go ahead.
Tadva visargo janta havaplo yasmin pratishlok abhya
Abhadhavatyapi.
abhyatapaki
Abhadhavatyapi.
abhyatavatagi api
Namanyanantasya yashonkitanyat. Shrimanti gayanti grananti sadhavaha. Very nice. How old are you, Aradhita?
8.
8. Okay, good. So in previous classes, we have seen if devotional service is performed by a devotee who is envy, angry, proud, and violent, the devotional service is considered in the mode of darkness. If it is performed with a motive for material enjoyment, then that devotional service is considered to be in the mode of passion. When the devotee worships the Supreme Lord and offers the result to the Lord to free himself, that devotion is in the mode of goodness. This is what we have seen from last classes. Then we've also seen different things as far as from 13. I think you happen to go over these things, right? I think Vrinda Mataji went over all these, right, with you? Yes. Do you remember those kids?
Yes, Mataji.
What is Salokya?
Mataji, Vrinda Mataji could not teach anything yesterday.
Oh, okay. You didn't go through these things. What are the different types? We will go through it today. Okay.
Yeah, Mataji.
Okay. Salokya. What is Salokya? See, when a devotee is promoted to the spiritual world in Vaikunta, he kind of gets these 4 kind of facilities. The first one is Salokya. Imagine you are living in the same planet with the Supreme Personality of Godhead by your side. How it will be? That is Salokya. This devotee, he gets to live in Vaikunta planet where the Lord lives. So he's just on the same planet with that of the Lord. Imagine that. That is Salokya. Then we have Sashti. The opulence of devotee is equal to the opulence of the Supreme Lord. Whatever the Supreme Lord has, this devotee also will be so powerful. Bali Maharaj was granted a special planet called Sutala by Lord Vamana, where he enjoyed a great opulence like that of the Lord. You are able to understand? This is opulence, which means this devotee is given the same kind of opulence that of the Supreme Lord. And that is Sashti. Then we have Samipya. To be a personal associate of the Supreme Lord. It is Samipya. Arjuna is the example. Whenever Lord takes his incarnation, Arjuna was there to accompany him. They were never separated. Are you all able to understand, kids? What is Sashti? Anybody remembers? Anybody remembers? What is Salokya?
The Bali Maharaj one.
Loka means what? Dhruvi?
Is it living on the same planet of the Lord?
Very nice, very nice. Dhruvi answered it correct. Same planet as that of the Lord. Same. Okay, now what is Sashti?
That's where the opulence of Bali Maharaj and
Very nice, dear Samskriti. Very, very nice. And then, what did we see? We saw Salokya, we saw Sashti, and then what we saw? We are going to see Sarupya. Okay? Samipya, that is the personal associate of the Lord. He is Arjuna as the example. Then now we are going to see what? Sarupya. Rupa means having the same bodily features as that of the Lord. Right? That is okay. Dhruvi, you are raising your hands for what, dear?
Who is she next to Vishnu?
Lakshmi Devi.
Oh,
Okay. All right. So what we are saying, Sarupya. See, you are seeing the Rupa of the Vishnu Tattvas here. They are all having the same form as that of the Lord. How will you differentiate who is Vishnu here? Any special thing that Vishnu has?
I think he has like the Sudarshan Chakra. She was someone.
Correct. Who said that?
Me.
Oh, Balavrinda. Very nice. That is the one that distinguishes you from others. Okay, so Narayana has got 4 hands, he's got the Shankh, he has got the Chakra, Gada, Padma. So everyone who attains the Sarupya Mukti becomes like that of the Supreme Lord. The Srivatsa is the one that distinguishes him from the other rest of the devotees. Okay, kids, then there is something called Kaivalya. Kaivalya means what? Oneness with that of the Supreme Lord. That is impersonal merging with the Brahman. That's what it is, Kaivalya. Anyways, a devotee will never desire this Kaivalya. Okay? Any questions here, dear kids, with regards to what we have seen till now? We saw the different forms or the different facilities and how the devotee. No? Can I ask some questions then? What is Samipya? What is Samipya? Anybody?
Mataji, did you call me?
Oh, yes, Samskriti. What is Samipya?
Samikya is like I don't.
Mataji, I think it's attaining the same futures of. Attaining the futures of Lord.
That is Sarupya.
Oh.
Rupa means the form.
Worshipping the Lord.
Merging with the Lord is Pisona Kaivalya.
Okay.
Is it being the companion of the Lord?
Correct. Associate. Who said that? Samskriti?
No, that was me, Abhigya.
Abhigya. Oh, very good. Very good. That's the right answer. I'm just going to the slide here. Associate of the Supreme Lord. Arjuna. Companion. Samipya. Okay, kids? Do you all understand?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. All right. So let's get to the different verses now. What is this verse number? Okay, 329, 30. Let's go to 14. 1 minute, kids. 1 minute. Okay. I'll just open the Prabhupada's purport and we directly share the purports and realizations for 14th verse. Okay, kids, let's get going. Okay. Okay, by attaining the highest platform of devotional service, as I have explained, one can overcome the influence of the 3 modes of material nature and be situated in the transcendental stage as with the Lord. So, do you all know if Lord is affected by the material qualities like Sattva Guna, Tamo Guna, Rajoguna? Aradhita?
I don't.
Yeah.
Tell me. You had raised your hand? I don't know.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Abhigna?
I
Do you
don't
know?
think he can have that, Mataji.
Very good. How old are you, Abhigna?
I'm 11 now.
Okay, good. So, Abhigna, what is the reason why the Lord is not having material qualities?
Well, because Mataji, the Lord is transcendental. He is the
Yes.
Supreme Lord. Like, he created us all. Like,
Correct.
he will not be affected by anything.
Yes, Abhigna. And the material qualities pertain to human beings, but not the Lord. And that is why he is called what? Nirguna. Nirguna means what? He is free from material tinges or material qualities. And Lord Kapila, The same fact is confirmed by Lord Kapila. He says Lord is one who's transcendentally situated. Okay, and just as the Lord is unaffected by the influence of the material modes, so too are his pure devotees. One who is not affected by three modes of material nature is liberated soul or Brahma Bhuta soul. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma is a stage of liberation. Aham Brahmasmi, I am not this body. This is applicable to the person who engages in devotional service of Krishna and is thus in the transcendental stage. He is above the influence of three modes of material nature. So, this stage, is it possible to attain? That is being transcendental to the modes of material nature. Like, can we just come out of the influence of Rajas, Tamas, and Sattva? Is it possible? Do you think we can ever become not greedy, not angry, not lusty? Can we ever become like that? Is it possible? A big no.
Mataji, I suppose you can, but it's very hard. Like, it would take a lot of determination.
Yeah, you are very practical.
And
Yes,
and
Abhigna.
Mataji,
Yes,
Mataji,
dear.
also it will like be, it's possible, but not like anyone like it's, you have to do a lot of stuff like the other kid said, that also like it's really hard to attain because it depends, like if you have like the pureness, you can do it.
Yeah, you're right. The pureness is what determines if you are situated in Abhigna. The point to be noted is you have to be situated in pure devotional service. Pure devotional service means what? To be continuously engaged in the devotional service of Lord. To be continuously be able to remember to do bhakti to the Lord. If that is possible, then this state can be achieved. Is it possible continuously? It's very difficult. Maybe 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe half an hour. It is possible. But continuously? Satatam, is it possible? Very difficult. That needs the mercy of pure devotees. If you have to become a pure devotee yourself, you need a mercy of the pure devotee of the Lord. Okay, dear? So this is the point that we are trying to understand. Brahma Bhuta, that is the stage where you understand, oh, you are not the body. Because what is happening now, dear kids? We are identifying ourselves with the body all the time. I am this. I am a CEO of the company. I am a 6th grade student. I am a 5th grade student. I am a good student when it comes to biology. I am very great in mathematics. So all this is identification with the body. But who you really are? You are really a servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. This is your real designation. But we are giving all false designations to us and thinking we are that. Okay, dear kids. So the day when we understand completely that I am the servant of Lord, I have nothing else to do other than service to the Lord. This is the stage we have to attain, dear kids. At that time, there will be nothing. You will not be bothered about what is happening in this world here, some earthquake. Oh, no problem. I'm completely absorbed in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, remembering the pastimes of the Lord, having, maybe at the stage of Baba, you're also seeing the pastimes real time. I don't know what is going on in that stage, isn't it? But those are the things that you are experiencing, and you are completely in that bliss. Nothing to bother you. So this absorption is different, dear kids. This is the stage that they are talking about here. That stage where the devotee is completely engaged. Okay? And that time he'll be free from the modes. So now, it is a misconception of the impersonalists that one can worship imaginary form of the Lord or Brahman and the end merge in the Brahman effulgence. Of course, to merge in the bodily effulgence of the Supreme Lord, it's also called liberation. Ekatva is also liberation. Liberation is never accepted by a devotee. Why do we not prefer liberation? Liberation, why? Why can't? I mean, I just want to merge in the Brahman. What is wrong? Brahman is also one of the features of the Lord. Why can't I merge in the Brahman? What is the reason, dear kids? Anybody can say what is the reason why Why devotees don't want to get liberated? Yeah, Abhigna, go ahead, dear.
Yeah, it's just a guess, but like I have two reasons. Maybe one reason is because they want to continue serving the Lord, and the second reason might be is because they want to spread the word of Krishna consciousness.
Very
It's just a
nice.
guess.
Oh wow, I can't imagine this to be a guess, dear. It's absolutely correct. Okay, go ahead, Aradhita. You had something to say, dear? What happened, Aradhita, dear? You are not able to unmute, I mean. I can't hear you, dear. What you want to say? You have something to say or no?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you raised your hands for some reason. Okay. No worries. So that whatever the reason that Abhigna mentioned, why we don't want to merge in the impersonal Brahman? Because when we merge in the Brahman, how we can serve the Krishna? How we can serve Lord Krishna? You can't serve Krishna, isn't it? You're merged in the Brahman and you're like completely aram se, you're just there in the Brahman without doing anything. There's no service to the Lord in Brahman. Brahmajyoti, there's no service. That is why a devotee doesn't want to go to Brahmajyoti. And also Aradhika brought up a good point. What about preaching? Am I going to preach in Brahmajyoti? What are you going to preach about? The pastimes of the Lord or with the devotees? So here with the devotees we can preach. But what about it in Brahmajyoti? Somebody else will come and preach to you. Pure devotee of the Lord, if they come to Brahmajyoti, they'll tell about Krishna and you'll be like, I also want to become a pure devotee. But there is no opportunity for preaching because you are situated in Brahman happily ever after. There is nothing to further think about it. In terms of material miseries, you won't be experiencing any material miseries because you are very happy in Brahmajyoti. It's very peaceful there. No disturbance for you, no calamities, no corona. So you'll be very happy there. This is Brahmajyoti. That is why the devotees don't want. For a devotee, the qualitative equality, which is the result of impersonal liberation, is already attained. He does not have to try for it separately. It's clearly stated here that by pure devotional service, one becomes qualitatively as good as the Lord himself. So, what happens by process of devotional service is Subhada. Shubhada means a lot of auspicious qualities come to the devotee. Okay, very good manners, very good habits, all this naturally come to a devotee who is praying to the Supreme Lord. See, today who is the next person who is going to come? Any idea, Balavrinda? Is it moral stories, Balavrinda? Some Mataji will come. Do you know? Vrinda Mataji knows? Sorry, Vinita Mataji knows? Okay, I don't think Balavrinda is able to hear. No problem. Now, can somebody read the translation for me here? This particular verse?
Mataji, can I, Mataji?
Yeah, go ahead, dear Aradhita. I love your name.
A devotee must excuse his prescribed duties, described duties which are glorious without material profit, without
Without material profit, without excessive violence, one should regularly perform
one devotional
service.
Activities.
Very nice. Thank you, dear. So one has to execute his prescribed duties according to his social position as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Sudra. The prescribed duties of the 4 classes of men in human society is also described in Bhagavad Gita. The activities of Brahmanas are to control the senses and to become a simple learned devotee. The Kshatriyas have a spirit of ruling. Vaishyas of the mercantile class are to protect cows and help develop agricultural produce. The Sudra are the labor classes. They serve the other higher classes because they themselves are not very intelligent. So now one can serve the Supreme Lord by performing one's prescribed duty. It is not that the Brahmanas can serve the Supreme Lord and not the Sudras. Anyone can serve the Supreme Lord by performing the prescribed duties under the direction of the spiritual master or the representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should not think that his prescribed duties are inferior. A Brahmana can serve the Lord by using his intelligence. A Kshatriya can serve the Supreme Lord by using his military arts, such as Arjuna served Krishna. Arjuna was a warrior. He had no time to study Vedanta or high intellectual books. The damsels in Vrajadama were born of Vaishya class and they were engaged in protecting cows and producing agriculture. Nanda Maharaj and his associates were all Vaishyas. They were not all educated but could serve Krishna by loving him and offering him everything that they had. Similarly, there are instances where Chandalas or lower Shudras have served Krishna. Also, sage Vishnuvidra was considered a Sudra because his mother happened to be a Sudra. So, the point that Prabhupada is making is helping us understand what? It is helping us understand that irrespective of the class of Varna that you belong, you can serve the Supreme Lord. It doesn't matter. You can be a Shudra, you can be a Brahmana, you can be any class. It's okay. All you have to do is you have to lovingly serve the Supreme Lord. Not like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We have to exhibit love in chanting also. That mood, if you don't have, we pray to the Lord. Yes, I want to love you. In loving way, I want to serve you. See, if I'm teaching the class, if I'm like half distracted here, half distracted there, checking my messages, checking my phone, attending the phone calls, am I serving properly? Dhruvi, am I serving properly if I'm doing all that?
No, and I have a question.
Okay, go ahead. What is your question?
So I want to know if Lord Rama is actually Krishna and Vishnu. I think Rama is Vishnu, but I don't know if he is. Really.
Okay, so every incarnation or avatar comes from Krishna. Krishna is the source. Okay, so from Krishna comes Vishnu. From Krishna comes Rama.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very good question, dear. I think we are time up for the class. We have, who do we have here?
Mataji, I think it's. Oh, I don't know who's teaching or moral story.
You can ask your mom, dear.
Mataji, Bobby, who's teaching? Who's teaching for moral story? No, she didn't come.
Radhika Kasturi Mataji can teaching?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Okay, Mataji, then I will call Sir Revati Mataji and see
What
if she
we
knows about it.
Saroji Dante Mataji.
Who it is today? Okay. So anyways, dear kids, I think I'll adjourn for today. We saw what are the different facilities one can take. One can, when they go to Vaikuntha, what are the different forms one can take? We saw that one. We saw about different varnas and different varnas specifically, and how in each of the varnas one will be able to serve the Supreme Lord in a loving way. We also saw the reason. Abhigna gave the answer or reason for why impersonalist, why a devotee doesn't want to merge in the Brahmajyoti. Those are the specific things we saw in today's class, dear kids. And then we also saw devotional service in the mode of goodness, devotional service in the mode of passion, and devotional service in the mode of ignorance. Okay, so with this, hope you have all retained this information and wish you all a very good, happy Krishna conscious day. I'll see you tomorrow. or not tomorrow, but next week. Okay, dear kids. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
Bye, Mataji.
Bye, dears.
Krishna Mataji. Bye.
Bye.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Bye.
Bye, dear.
If there's moral class.
Wait, did the Mataji left?
Yeah, because no, somebody just left.
Somebody else is doing the moral story else, right?
Yes.
I can
Somebody
move.
do it.
Somebody else just leaves the class. I thought somebody else.
then. It was the host then.
But yeah.
Okay, we'll just wait for the teacher to.
The next Mataji to tell us the moral story.
Yeah,
And
Revati
other than-
Mataji.
Wait,
Alright.
your mom is doing it? Your mom's doing it?
Wait,
Wait, is your mom
no.
doing it?
Revati Mataji's doing it.
Oh. Who's Devati Mataji, by the way?
You don't know who Revati Mataji is?
Yeah, I never attended any of her class.
There was Mono Kentucky.
Okay, I want kids to sing Hare Krishna. Is
But
there
I
anybody who would like to sing Hare Krishna?
I want to
Can
sing.
I go first?
Yeah,
Can
go
I
and
go
sing
first?
Hare Krishna, please.
Can I go first?
I want to go.
Mother, can I go first?
Yes, then I'll go.
Mother, can I go first? Okay.
I'm going second.
Oh, look at this. What?
Bye, sing.
Who wants to sing?
Me.
Me. I'm
Okay,
the,
Ryan, you can start.
Me.
I have to be the first one since I'm raising my hand.
Okay, then I'll go after you.
Okay, but we had to wait for Mataji first.
Yeah.
Okay, but while we're waiting, then you can go, Ryan.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare.
The voice is dying out.
Okay, Dhruva, whatever your name is, you can go.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. How are you?
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Good to
Mataji.
see you all.
Singing
Mataji, I
has
gave you
to.
the co-host so you can share screen, Mataji.
Thank
Wait,
you,
what?
baby.
Singing though. Wait, I was in the middle of singing.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oliver's not a baby, you know.
Yes.
Okay.
everyone
Let
will
me
be-
share my screen.
What baby?
Never mind.
Let me know when you guys are able to see my screen.
I'm not able to see your screen, but I see others.
Are you guys seeing these moral stories?
Yes,
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Moral story 8
Okay, ma.
2023. Makati
Okay. And today, right, we are going to, let me come back to you guys. Today we are going to see
Mataji, how
about,
many stories did you make?
I have
How many
2 to
stories
3
did you make,
stories.
Mataji?
I have 2 to 3 stories, Balavrinda, but
Oh
but
my
I
God.
joined a little late. I joined a little late. There was a confusion. So maybe we will see one today. Okay. See, today, right, we are going to see a story about a 2-flute smoke. You know, in the olden days, there is a king. The palace is like
Mataji, we can't see. The
Yeah.
screen.
I'm going. Before that, I was planning to talk. There is an intelligent person called Tenali Rama, who is a very brilliant minister in the Vijaya dynasty. Okay, so that this story is about like whatever situations you give, right? How intelligently the poet Tenali Rama is acting. He does various activities like he writes poet and. Wherever some debates are going on, he will go participate in the debate and he will win the debate. And he used to serve as a minister in his kingdom. So we are going to see about one of his intelligent act, how he was dealing with this situation. Okay, the story is called Two Flute Smoke. Okay, in see, you look at this king. This king is called Krishna Devaraya. He comes from the Vijaya dynasty. Okay, and he was always amazed by his intelligence of his minister Tenali Rama. See, in his kingdom, right, he has lot of ministers. One minister will taking care of the citizen security, one minister will taking care of the food, one minister will taking care of agricultural, etc. Like that, he has a different ministers in his dynasty. However, like the king always praises Tenali Rama. Tenali Rama is one among the the ministers in his kingdom. Okay, and like obviously, right, when somebody is praising your friend, we obviously get the jealous. Like you all are in the same, maybe you get all A, every kid will get A's, but if the teacher praises the other kid, right, then we all will get that jealous, right? Like that, like when the king is talking about Tenali Rama, like he was like getting, the other ministers are getting really jealous. Okay, so it create a envy amongst the ministers. So all the ministers, right, they all are collected together and they all are going and talking to the king. Oh my dear king, you always give a chance only to Tenali Rama. You also need to give us a chance so that we can prove our intelligence, right? So that we can also be like Tenali Rama. Like that, they all are collectively together and going and talking to the king. Okay, and then the king is, what the king answer would be for that, I'm not really feeling like you all can match the intelligence of what Tenali Rama is having. Okay, so after hearing that, you see the all the ministers are sitting inside in his dynasty, like they all were like they all were like, why the king is telling like this to me? Okay, so give us a chance. So they all were collectively together, they were telling that you have to give us the chance so that we can prove our intelligence. Okay, then the king had forced to give some situation or the scenario to prove their intelligence. Okay, so the king is telling that, like I'm going to give a very challenging task. You, if he's showing, you see there is a incense sticks there that was next to him. He was telling that if there is a possibility to catch the 2 feet of the smoke from the incense stick, can you do that and come back to me? So everybody is like discussing among themselves. They all were confused. See, you technically cannot get that fog into that smoke into a, you cannot really measure, right? Because it will keep going up. If you look at the incense sticks, you really cannot measure that, right? So they all were confused, and what would be the solution? Like they did not find any solution. They keep thinking about it. Then so the king had to give enough time to these ministers, right? So he had given enough time, and they at the end, right, they were telling that, the king is keep asking that, why are you guys taking so much time? So they were telling that after some time, right, they were not able to find any solution. So this is what I told you guys. Tenali Rama is very intelligent. Like that, the king started talking. See, you guys did not even have the solution. None of you have the solution. So if you think that Tenali Rama, then the ministers had to confess themselves, right? He is the brilliant person. So you go bring Tenali Rama. Let's see what is the solution he is giving, right? So they then the king ordered that soldier to go bring that Tenali Rama. So he is coming back to the that in that courtyard, and the king is telling the same challenge what he had given it to the other ministers. Is it possible to get the 2 feet of the smoke coming in from the incense? Immediately Tenali Rama is telling that yes, I can do it. Then everybody is still, they all were in a confused state, right? How come he can even measure? So he is calling, Tenali Rama is calling his servant. Okay, he is calling his servant and telling that telling in his ears like, you go bring something. Okay, so I'm going to come back to you guys. What do you guys think that Tenali Rama would have said it to his worker? I'm coming back to you guys. I don't see anyone. Abhigya?
Maybe Mataji, like he could have gotten like a tube or like some sort of
Yes,
box which is 2 feet long, and he would have
yes,
filled it with smoke.
absolutely right, Abhigya. He would have, even I was thinking that he asked his worker to get a 2 feet long glass tube so that he can put that incense stick in it, and then you can close both side of the glass tube, right? So that you can still measure it, you know. That's a good one. Dhruvi, Ma, what is your answer?
Wait, what was the title again?
2 flute smoke?
Okay, so I think he'll give the. I think his the minister he likes is gonna give a blue, and there's gonna be smoke coming from it because the food has holes, and the
Uh-huh.
smoke will be coming out from them.
Uh-huh. So you think that he would have asked his worker to go get the flute?
Yes, because if that has holes, and they'll be like that. I
See,
have
if you have the holes, that smoke will come out of it, right?
Yeah, I have like a steel cylinder kind of, and it has a big hole on the top, and on the side it has like tight holes, so that
Yeah.
but the food doesn't come like and come like that. It comes like up
Uh-huh.
instead. But if
Okay.
it may go up, it then also comes from the holes.
You know, I have a question on what you said. Like, if you get that steel tube with both the ends closed, right? You technically cannot see the smoke, right? Is it true or not?
And yes, but
Yes,
it
Mataji.
will have to come through.
Ma, can you talk in front of the mic? Do you think you can think of anything else?
No, I have actually a flute, but it belongs to my brother for his Krishna costume, but we lost it.
Okay, that's okay, Amma. Anyone else has any other ideas? No, right? Okay, let's go back to the story. Okay, so what would have Tenali Rama told his the worker to go bring it, right? He asked the worker to go bring that 2 feet glass pipe, like what Abhigya was told was correct. He was asking him to go because if you have the steel pipe, right, you will not be able to see the smoke out of it. If it is a glass tube, the glass pipe, right, you will be able to see the smoke. See, what he is doing, he closed one side of that glass tube. So he put the pipe on the incense stick smoke. So one end, right, he is keeping that incense sticks. The other end is already closed. Okay. When the smoke reached the upper end of the glass pipe, immediately he put stoppers on both sides. You know, he is covering the bottom as well as the top. Okay. The once he covers. And then he closes the once it reaches the top, right, he is closing that bottom as well. Then he is immediately giving it to the king that here is the 2 feet of the smoke from the incense sticks which you had asked. Okay, Then the king was like feeling super happy, and he was telling his ministers that Tenali Rama already proved his intelligence, right? So, what is the moral of the story? When one becomes proud, simple things that need a common sense becomes difficult. So, one should always be humble. Okay. So, let's discuss about the moral. What else are the other moral you guys could think of?
Mataji, did I say?
Yeah, ma, go ahead.
Okay, so the moral could also be that you shouldn't be proud. If you be proud, then your intelligence will go down.
That's right. If you are really proud, right? We should not forget about the fact that the knowledge, memory, intelligence, forgetfulness, everything is coming in from Krishna, right? We don't own anything. If we have the intelligence, if you have the intelligence to get a good grades in a test, it means that Krishna has given you the right intelligence, right? That's where you are able to perform the test very well. And then when you get 100, you come back to Krishna, you helped me in getting through this 100. Thank you so much for being with me in whatever activities I did in the school. That is what then we don't have that proud going into our head, right? Unless we realize that this intelligence is coming in from Krishna, we will not be humble, right? That is a good one, Balavrinda. Ryan, do you want to discuss any of the moral? You have anything to discuss?
No, Mataji.
No? Okay, ma. I'm expecting some other moral from, think of any other moral, Balavrinda. Abhigya, you have any other moral?
Mataji, I have a moral.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Mataji, my moral is that you shouldn't just think that, oh, I could do this, and it's pretty easy. You know how they took a lot of time. It's because like they're not even trying hard. You have to try hard to like make. They're trying hard, but they're not using a lot of intelligence. You have to use your intelligence. You have to use
Yeah.
your brain to be getting the answer.
Yep, yep. And you did not put your effort, and you all were just discussing, and you all have that thing in your mind like, I am the most intelligent, I am superior than Tenali Rama, right? Then
Yeah,
it
and
means
sometimes
that,
my teacher says that you know better and you can do way better than that.
yeah, that's what
Mataji,
it
can I
is.
say something?
Yeah, ma, go ahead.
Well, maybe it's like you shouldn't overthink anything, like because that was actually quite a simple problem, and I think the ministers, like the other ministers, they were like overthinking it to be smart,
Yeah,
and then they couldn't figure out.
that's a very good one, Big. Yeah, you sometimes, right, even simple things we overcomplicate ourselves, right? And we made even the simple things the more complex things. But technically, no need to think so much about anything. Like, okay, if you are able to solve, just solve. If you are not able to solve, just put a some time, or you take a break from what you are doing, and then you come back with a fresh mind, and definitely you will get some idea. That's a very nice. I'm expecting one more moral. Let's see, like, who else can find out. Raghav and Prahlad.
Actually, is there going to be another ghost story?
I have another story, but I'm expecting one more moral from the kids. That is from the beginning slides.
Oh, I got it.
What is that?
They were proving that they knew that they could do it, but at the end they couldn't do it.
Yeah, at the end they couldn't do it, but one more moral. Abhigya?
Maybe you should always think before you talk, because first they were all just talk. They're like, I can do this, oh, I could do that, but then when they actually did it, they couldn't.
You are close, but one more I'm expecting. Raghav and Prahlad, can you think of any other moral?
That you should not be proud and then act before you think.
Okay, Ma, that's already discussed. Can you think of any other moral Samskriti?
You should always think before you talk.
Okay. There is one other moral I can tell. We should not be envy about others, right? If
Mataji,
you
I was
keep,
going to say that.
you are going to say that, that was the
Yeah,
one
but
I
you
was
told it.
expecting from every one of you. We should not be envy about others. See, if your friend is doing good, you just talk to them. Like, maybe if we get a low grades, maybe we can ask them like how you are studying. Like, if you have any questions, like, we just follow and then try to put your own effort and you become success, right? Rather we should not get envious about, okay, this guy has got 100 marks, I'm getting only 90. That envy even spoils us more. We should not be envy about others. Okay, that is the moral I was expecting. Okay. Okay, can we move on to the next story?
Yes,
We
ma'am.
use
Mataji.
time, right?
Mataji.
Okay, let's go on to the next story. Okay. Okay, I love this story as well. Okay, the heron teaches a lesson to the fox. Okay, in a forest, right, there are two friends. One is the heron and the other is the fox. Okay, let's see what is the moral or the lesson this heron is teaching the fox. Okay, this is all the story about. Okay, once there was a fox. One day he invited a heron for the lunch. Okay, please come to my place for lunch. So the fox is inviting the heron to come for the lunch at his place. Okay, this heron also accepting the lunch invite, and then he is going to his place. Okay, fox is prepared a very beautiful lunch, and he prepared, like, you see the pizza, some other things, a bowl of porridge, and then you have this pizza kind of potato, so many things he is preparing, and then he arranged everything. And you see here he kept that porridge in porridge is like a type of the liquid thing, like a soup kind, but it will be in the solid state, little bit solid state. Okay, he made everything ready, and then heroine also is coming. He was, like, after preparing all the food, right, he was feeling himself dirty, so he just had a quick shower, everything he has set everything. So when my friend heroine comes, we are going to be have a very good fun time, like that he was thinking about. Okay, then the heroine also knocking at the door, and he is coming inside. You see he is wearing one pearl necklace. Come heroine, welcome brother, he is telling. The food is ready. First let us eat the food and we can relax and chat, like that he is inviting his friend. Okay, and then he is offering a seat and then giving a food, etc. You see what he is doing. He is, you see the beak of that heroine, like he really cannot pick the things from the
Mataji,
plate.
you need something a little bit bigger.
Yeah, he should bigger, and you should be putting it in a bowl instead of the plate. Okay, he served the porridge also on top of it. Okay, and then you see the fox, he can eat from the plate. Okay, because the way the mouth and the his structure, right, he can eat the porridge from the plate. You see the plate, he is just licking it and eating it, right? But whereas you see how the heroine is feeling, like he was feeling very tough, that he couldn't even able to eat, because you see the beak, it is not able to even touching that. Okay, and then he finished his plate, but the heroine was still thinking that how he can eat. So immediately he was not, he does not want that fox to feel that guilty. Okay, so he is telling that I am fasting today, something he was closing up. He poked his beak on the plate, but nothing was entering into his mouth. The fox enjoyed seeing the plight of the heroine. He was relishing. Oh, you know what, this fox finished his plate, and he was seeing that this guy is still struggling to eat the food. Instead of making any other arrangement or the comfortness to heroine, right, he was like enjoying that moment, which is not at all good. If you invite someone to our home, we should make sure that our guests are feeling very safe, comfortable, and they should have they all have to have a nice time at our home. Okay, we should not be doing this. The heroine shook his head, and he couldn't eat, right. Then immediately he was telling that, forgive me, my brother Fox, I forgot to tell you something. I just remember that after I sat here. What is that? He was asking. He is telling that today is Ekadashi, so I am fasting. So you must come to my home for tomorrow lunch. Since you invited today, he doesn't want to tell that he is not able to eat. Okay. He was telling that I am fasting today. So you come to my home for tomorrow for lunch. Okay. So this all over, and then next day, right? Then this fox is going to Heron's home. Okay, then he is calling him, inviting him, come inside, etc., etc. And then we can just first let's have the food. He was also making the food. You see, now he is very clever. They both sat on the chairs, and you
Now
see
the fox cannot eat, Mataji.
now the fox cannot eat. Okay.
Mataji, fox cannot eat, so he got a lesson.
Yeah, it's a lesson. Exactly, it's a lesson. See, there were two beaker type. Yama.
So like, why couldn't the like fox like lift the pitcher up, whatever that is? I don't know really what that is, and then he could like lift up and then drink it, right?
No, the way his the mouth is structured, right? He couldn't able to do that.
Okay.
Like how we are doing it, he couldn't do it. See, if you put something in the plate, he can lick and drink it. That's how the fox nature is. He couldn't able to drink something like this, like how we are doing it, right? Like that, he cannot do it.
Like for water.
Yeah. Okay, you like the then the heroine finished his lunch. Okay, you like the porridge very much, isn't it? Like that, he was asking. So even I made the porridge, but so this heroine, right? He inserted. You see, he is putting his beak inside, and he is finishing everything. Okay, but he couldn't able to eat. How should I put my mouth into this glass? I can't even do this. Okay. The heroine finished the porridge and said, why don't you eat? Then why are you sitting like that? So please, so the fox has to tell something, right? Today I am fasting. I just remember that. Please forgive me. I remember today that I am also fasting today. Then quickly the heroine said, yesterday was a Ekadashi and today is a Dwadashi. Okay, you can still eat it. Okay. So what is the moral of the story? It is great cleverness to know when to conceal one's cleverness. So what are the things we can learn out of this moral? Let's take Ryan.
Did you find me, Mataji?
Yeah, Ryan.
Okay, so the moral of the story is, so the fox was in knowing that the crate can't eat that heron's kid. Eat from a plate. They have long beaks, so he didn't even know that. So he tried to trick the heron, and wanted to play a trick. So he decided to do that to him. And then the heron, and why the heron said it was the Akashidi, because he just wanted to prank the fox that he couldn't be able to eat from a plate. So. So and if you do bad to others, bad come back to you. So like
exactly right.
The heron didn't pay back the fox by giving him a pot of soup. How can a
Hare
fox?
Krishna Mataji, we have next class. Devotees joined for the next class.
Okay, Mataji.
Imagine
Sorry, Mataji.
Imagine if there's any fox that has beak. No. So that's what. So if you do bad
okay, there is a next class going to start. We all wind up at this point. Okay, we will discuss more next week. Okay, thank you everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, we will not close the call here, but